We are officially starting our adventure right here. You guys are now on the GoPro. So we are entering our first part of our adventure. Again, a little worried, and we'll just kind of have to set up wherever we can at that point. What's going on, adventurers? Charlie's Adventure right here, and my beautiful girlfriend Ashley. Today we're doing something brand new I've never done before, just like the last video. We are super excited to be going on a 2-night backpacking trip, sort of 3-day. It's we're starting right now. It's cutting close to around just past 6 p.m. So we definitely need to start going. But I'm super excited to bring you guys along for this adventure. I got my awesome camera that you guys are on right now. I got my GoPro equipment. I got my super way packed full, more than it needs to be, backpack. She's got her super full one as well. So this is something we've never done before. So if you've gone backpacking and you see us doing something terribly wrong, please let us know, because we definitely want to continue doing this. I just spent a lot of money on all of this gear, so I definitely need to do it again. But we're super excited to have you guys come with this adventure along, or come along on this adventure. So I hope you guys really like it. So one of the things we want to do real quick is we stopped at a beautiful gas station down the street called Shell, and we got this pumpkin cake right here, and we're gonna test this out as our first snack of the evening. So we're gonna do our food test right here and see how we rate it. We both haven't ate dinner yet today. That's probably gonna be a lot worse than this. This is probably the only good thing we're gonna have this weekend. It's pretty sad. Oh my god, it tastes so good.
Hey.
Mamma mia. It's a good pumpkin cake. So while we're at it right here, I figured what we'll do real quick is I'll start, she'll go right after me, as we're gonna say what we're worried about the most this trip. So I'll go first. The thing I'm worried about the most is not having coffee and caffeine in the morning and having to hike all day. So I think I'll be fine for the most part, but it's definitely gonna be a little rough. It just depends how early and how good I sleep. So other than that, I'm not really scared of the bears or like snakes or spiders. It's mainly just the lack of caffeine. So what are you scared of this trip?
For me, I think it is the amount of weight that I have to carry. Hopefully it won't set off my balance and I don't fall off a cliff.
So this is our little couple backpacking challenge right here in Adventure. So let's go ahead and get the GoPro on right here, and we're gonna start hiking that direction. So let's stay tuned right here. We are officially starting our adventure right here. You guys are now on the GoPro. So we are entering our first part of our adventure just right over here. So I'm gonna see if I can strap you guys on my back, or around my chest, but I don't know how that's gonna work out. So, and it's getting dark time, so we'll just kind of have to catch you guys up along the way at certain parts where it might just be setting up camp, because we don't have much daylight left. We need to start hauling some booty right here and getting used to these backpacks, since we've absolutely never done this before. So we'll see you guys on the next adventure. At this point of our trip, our main concern was to cover a few miles to get into the gorge some before the sun set. We didn't know what we were about to get ourselves into, but our first few minutes of the woods weren't too bad at all. Our only complaints was the 90-degree air temperature, some bugs, some poison ivy, and Ashley's occasional cough. Our goal for this trip is 21.5 miles with a slight loop. So that's kind of what we're planning to do. We got about probably 17 or 18 hours of total hiking time available to do that. So which I hope is plenty. So which shouldn't be too rough. So quick update. We're gonna go ahead and throw one of our food bags that Ashley's carrying into her actual bag. So I think she already wants to camp right here. We've made it. I think we've made it about probably not even maybe like 150 feet. So we're feeling pretty good so far. Just getting started.
Right here, look at that. Nice and yummy. Big Beetle. Man, he's giant. Hey guys.
How are you?
Doing great. Ready for our adventure. Landmark, sorta. Whatever this is, caged, white-haired, goldenrod. Also, somewhere around here is supposed to be Davy Boone's hut. We're both pretty beat. Does it say there's any camp spots on the map? Oh yeah, yours doesn't. It didn't do that, did it? Update on our adventure so far. Taking a small break. It's almost 7:30. I think sunset's at 8:50, right? 8:40 is when sunset, so an hour and 10 minutes. Ideally, I would already have liked to be at our campsite, but we probably got another 30 minutes of like, okay, this is enough time. After that, I'll start getting a little worried, and we'll just kind of have to set up wherever we can at that point. So we're taking a small break right here, and we're definitely a little beat, I would say. So excited to find the camp spot. Hasn't been too far yet, or we haven't gone too far at all really yet. So we've only been a mile and a half. So, you know, tomorrow's supposed to be 91 degrees. So we're definitely looking forward to that.
After we took a break, we decided to continue our hike, but this time we were faced with way more many challenges compared to when we first started. We were hiking uphill for what felt like forever. We were climbing up rocks, going upstairs, and we were even going up and around trees to stay on the trail. We were hurting and we were extremely tired, but we knew we had to keep going so we could find a campsite before sunset. Then things took an unexpected turn in this next clip.
Is this helping you all? Is it harder like that or when I carry it? Here, step up one more step. We're almost there. I think it's gonna be flat up here. Take your backpack off.
At this point, I was extremely worried about Ashley and I wasn't sure what was happening. I had her take her bag off, drink some water, and get some rest. I knew she needed some time to rest, but I was also worried about us finding a campsite before sunset. So while she sat down and took a break and caught her breath, I left my bag behind and ran up the trail as fast as I could to hurry up and see if I saw any flat land or any feasible spot that could hold our tent. I thought I saw one, and people were also coming down the trail, so I came back down the trail to come get her. So I grabbed my bag and her bag, and we walked up the stairs to get out of the way for the people.
Yep. Here, you hold this. Is that here?
What? Right here? I think if we went up, maybe.
The road's right there.
road.
Yeah. And we can walk more. Let's walk more. Just go to the left up here. No, just don't worry about it. Just walk, man. The more you stare at me, the worse it is. The worse when you stop.
So we didn't end up liking that spot. It was pretty close to the road. Lots of poison ivy, which Charles does not have immunity to. So we're heading
And
up
it was too
across
close to the trail. Too close to the trail and too close to this parking lot.
We're heading across the street. There's lots of flatlands over here, so gonna try to go a couple 100 feet out. Yep.
We're moving again, but this spot is a lot flatter, so it should be a little better. And if you're wondering why I wanted to strap you guys to a tree, we got this little, this is actually chest mount I'm using right here to strap you guys around the tree. So working out pretty good, I think so. Hopefully you guys got a good view of us clearing out that spot right there for absolutely zero reason. So now I'll move you to the next tree. I'm sure you guys are gonna love this tree, I promise. I was talking to the boys. Sorry. Sorry about that. You guys didn't need to see that. Alright, so we're inside of our tent right now. We have our gear in here. Honestly, don't think we'll leave it again for the night, other than to put our food up in a tree. So, you guys saw us, the spot that we're at on the GoPro. We're about, like, honestly, we're probably only about 150 feet away from the road. Not that far at all. So, I think we're supposed to be a little further. Don't really know for sure.
But there is a sign that says there's a boundary, so.
Yeah, there's a sign on a tree right over here, so at least like that brings some comfort.
Like 15 feet away.
So I guess we'll do little like updates of how we're feeling about the trip. We've made it 2.2 miles in probably like an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that, right? And I mean, to be fair, like right now it's the hour and a half, 2 hour mark, so we had to take a little bit to find the camp spot and all that. But some things I probably would have left at home, and I probably should have, were the camp chairs we brought. I mean, I'm sure most nights are gonna be just like tonight, where we're just gonna sit down and go to sleep pretty much. So probably didn't need to bring that extra weight. They were pretty lightweight, so it doesn't make me feel too bad. And honestly, probably not going to use a sleeping bag. It's going to be 70 something degrees tonight. We definitely did not need to bring those. So I would have been comfortable with a sleeping liner. So but I think we need to,
We can use the rain fly.
yeah, we can use the rain fly. That's now covered in spiders.
Change nothing.
So how do you feel about the trip, Ashley?
It's been pretty rough. It's a very rough start. A lot of uphill, sweating. Had a little bit of a panic attack at one point.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think tonight and tomorrow morning we may or may not revise our plan of attack for locations we want to see. So obviously, like I said in the video, we've never done this before, so we did set our goals pretty high. I would say, especially
Not knowing the area.
not knowing the area and just our pack weight. I mean, I bought all lightweight stuff too, but it's just what we brought. We probably could have consolidated that just a little bit. Obviously, like my camera gear, like that, the weight doesn't like affect me like too bad, but it does like make a difference. So that's a little short update right here. So hopefully we sleep good tonight and get a good start in the morning. We're about to get eaten right here. I don't know what I'm gonna eat, but I need to eat something for sure so I stay energized and drink lots of water. Yes. All right. We'll see you guys at dinner time. Update on dinner. Smashing some cream cheese and chives cracker. Absolutely delicious. Also had one of my favorite meals growing up because I was fucking broke. Is these tuna salad kits, which are delicious and absolutely perfect for camping. I actually just got done talking to her mommy, so she hasn't eaten nothing yet.
Like
So I got my crackers and tuna, and I'm eating good tonight.
you want a sandwich?
No.
Okay.
Let's see this one.
Yeah. No, it's the sun.
Well,
You left the soap open and it got everywhere.
is that why my shoe was wet?
I would assume so.
Well, it's 6:41 in the morning. Sleep was,
Not good.
yeah, it was a little rough. The pads we have, definitely better than the ground, but the night started off very hot. And then it got colder towards the end. So it was hard to adjust for each temperature. But we're probably going to try to get going here soon just so we can get more or do more hiking while it's still cold out. We've decided to change up our route just a little bit. We're going to get rid of going to the Indian Stairs. Indian Staircase, because it was the only viewing spot on one part of our trail. So we're getting rid of that to adjust for the amount of weight we're carrying and just trying to get used to all this. So that's what we're deciding to do. So other than that, no coffee in me, and we gotta get rolling this morning. So I guess we'll start packing up our stuff. I hung the food bag up there last night in the pitch black, so I need to go grab that and start divvying up that weight to each one of our bags again. So we got a couple things we need to do before we start going, but we'll get at that.
I got it.
Well, we're officially starting our hike right here this morning. We're out on the road. Feeling pretty energized, I think so. And I feel a little bit better after drinking some water, eating the granola bar and the Cliff Bar, and we got our gear sort of situated. So we kind of hopefully balance it out a little better between the both of us, where neither one of us will have an issue with hiking. But I'm gonna put you guys on my chest and see if we see anything cool along the way, and we'll let you guys know if we get to any landmarks or anything like that. So I'm feeling a lot better this morning about our hike for sure. Some very pretty flowers right here. We haven't really seen these at all. They're super pretty. Hi Ashley. What you doing all the way up there? Walking? That's not what we're here for. First little sneak peek of the valley right here. Hopefully no one's camping over here. Oh, that's beautiful. I don't know how much you guys can see, if at all, but it goes all the way over here. We have the valley. I mean, there's at least that's the top of the tree right there, so at least probably like 100 foot, 150 foot drop right here, right in front of us. But I mean, this is our first sneak peek of the gorge, so this is definitely more motivating, right babe? Mm-hmm. So we're excited to keep on trucking on right here.
Keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on. Oh, this is even better view right here. The heck? I showed you guys the wrong spot.
We should get a picture.
Oh, this is so pretty. Yeah. All right, we're gonna snap some quick snapshots. Got some pictures of our little spot right here. If they're any good, maybe I'll throw it in right here. All right, now that you guys saw the pictures, something else that's cool is we're kind of right in between two valleys. So there's a drop off right over here, and there's a drop off to our left side. I'm glad we're taking this trail because we weren't actually going to take this trail.
It's really pretty.
But it's turning out,
Beautiful.
yeah, turning out pretty awesome. It's kind of crazy. The ground is sand, which is really cool. I would not expect that so much sand up here. It's weird. I don't know if that's from, I don't know what that's from. Maybe this is sandstone right here. I don't know if that's what sand comes from. I don't know, but it's pretty cool. There's all these very open spots. Yeah, super pretty. At this.
Oh my god.
Whee! You did it! Me and Ashley just got done enjoying the view and taking a break right here and taking a couple pictures. It's definitely awesome view of the gorge right here. It's got a little cliff over there. So now we're gonna hop back on the trail and get walking. Excuse me. So we have rapidly dropped elevation. We've been walking downhill for at least 10 minutes now probably. So, and it is dark down here. So this just kind of shows like how much cover is above you when you're at certain parts of the gorge right here, because up at the top it was super bright. And now we're traveling down these steps right here, which are pretty nice. A little sketchy because they're a little slippery in some spots, but yeah, she just almost slipped. So we're making pretty good ground so far. Oh, it's super slippery right here. We found ourselves the creek down here. We're gonna kind of clean ourselves up just a little bit, as much as we can. I'm gonna refill up on water since I've actually ran out of water.
So if you guys don't know what I'm doing right here, I'm using this Sawyer water filtration system in a squeeze bag to just replenish my water. That's just so I didn't have to carry a gallon of water with us, because that would have weighed more than enough. So I think my my water bladder is 2 liters, so that's as much as we brought. So, and I drink a lot of water normally, so basically I'm just going to the part where it's flowing quite a bit, because I think that's supposed to be where most of it's supposed to be the cleanest. And all you do is you put the water in the bag, put the filtration system, and then you'll just end up squeezing, and the water that comes out is filtered. So, and it's gonna be nice and cold. I'm looking forward to that. Ashley's gonna be drinking from a creek right here. I told her it tastes better than the other water we had. It's probably about 50 degrees, so it's pretty chilled. Yeah, it's great.
All right, so now we're packing up right now, and we're heading off to the trail. So we're refreshed, and we could probably get to our next landmark, which is Gray's Arch here, real fast. So feeling great. Today's starting off fantastic. I am so refreshed right now. So we're excited to keep going on. Well, got you guys on the chest mount right here, and she's refilling on the water. So we're gonna getting on right here. Get our water on. She's just sucking on it for no reason. Wasn't even open. But yeah, I am so happy to have water again, because that's what fuels me. I just love water.
But I fueled you.
Hmm?
So I thought I fueled you.
Yeah. You fueled me. For the most part. Yeah. Actually found rock number 3 and rock number 4 right there. Man, oh, there's so many rocks over here. Like, I was not expecting this. It has 4 rocks. Like, look at this thing. This is a big rock, right? Don't you think it's a big rock? Oh my God, is that rock number 5? Oh, I can't believe it. So many rocks. So many rocks. Holy cow. Coming up on this really cool cave or something, whatever this is super cool. Be a really cool spot to camp right here, huh? Yeah, no, I was just saying. That's beautiful. So cool. Do we have to go up that?
Huh?
So do we have to go up that? Oh, it smells horrible down here. Huh? Well, Ashley and I made it up the Gray's Arch. See it right behind me. Made it all the way up here. And we started all the way down there. So we've made a little bit of ways up here. We took a little bit of break right here just to kind of get everything going. Let my other GoPro battery charge. Definitely hangout spot. A whole bunch of people hanging out over here. But we're actually going to take our lunch right here and so we kind of refuel and get going for the rest of the day. It was definitely a hike to get up here. So we got our food right here. Be having some beef jerky. So we're gonna get eating that and have a little lunch break right here. Alrighty, we're gonna head out of Gray's Trail Gray's Arch. We're headed out of here and we're gonna hop back on the trail and head back to this another spot, and I'll explain everything once we get over there. But we're gonna hop on the trail and hurry our butt up. Our next part is probably only gonna take about an hour to get to, so we'll probably see you guys once we get over there. So we'll catch you guys up at the next spot. Ashley's dreading the stairs. We didn't sign up for Stairmaster. What is this? So we're back to drenching in sweat right here. We had to go a completely different route. We were not expecting to go. Take a nice little shower right here. Some little drip. Oh yeah. So this path is definitely just been uphill the entire time. I assume we're gonna go back downhill, which will be nice, but that was rough. Going back uphill again. So how was the uphill part? Rough. We are on the rough trail, so. This is why we went on this beautiful trail, is for these awesome views, and it's been a little hard to appreciate them while we're doing all rough hikes, but once you get to it, it's absolutely beautiful. Like, it is absolutely amazing to have these views on this sort of hike. Woohoo! You think you're better than me? What's going on, guys? So can't remember where we last left off at. I think we were making our way down the trail, but we've a part of our plan that we set this morning to reroute ourselves to be more accommodated for our skill level. So we took off one part of our trail, which was to go to the Indian staircase. We got rid of that completely, and we just did a loop around the Gray's Arch trail and then rough trail, and then I think there was one other trail. So we did a big loop around that, and we got done with that pretty early. So part of our plan was to hop back in our car and start hiking other trails. So what we did was we got in my car right there, and we drove all the way over here, and then right now, where are we at?
We are going to Chimney Top.
And then what's the other places we'll be hitting?
Princess Arch, Angel's Windows, and possibly Whistling Arch.
Yeah, so we got a couple different places we're gonna hit, and then after that we'll set a plan for our camp. But right now we're just trying to enjoy as much as we can, because more important than anything else, just to make sure we have a great time, and we try to hit every single landmark that we can while we're here. So the backpacking thing was just sort of a way for us to experience it a step further. So we're excited to check out these trails right here because they're a lot easier. I can leave my gear and her gear inside the car, so we don't have to carry any of that. So it's going to be super awesome. So we'll let you guys know if we see anything cool along the trail, and especially when we get to landmarks. I'll show you guys some videos when we get there. So other than that, make sure you guys stay tuned right here. And if you're enjoying the video so far, make sure you like and subscribe and comment down below what we can do better for our next backpacking trip. Alright, we officially made it on top of awesome He's falling away. Come back, lizard. Where are you going, bud?
You can climb up there.
Alright, we made it to our next little point of interest right here. We're at a place called Sky Bridge, and it's once again beautiful beautiful views. Alright, what's going on, adventurers? So you haven't seen us since we last finished our last hike, which I believe was Sky Bridge. So last night we decided ultimately we were going to end up at a campground, and we decided to camp here, and the camp spot we chose was right next to an event that was happening, and there was announcers until about 11 p.m. So I wasn't able to do any sort of camp end of the day video, but just because they were so loud over there, I couldn't make a video without it just being annoying and horrible for you guys. So basically what happened last night is we went to a place called Miguel's Pizza for dinner, and then after that we found ourselves at Casey's campground. Callie's campground. So that's where we're at right now, and beyond that we just set up our tent all the way back there, and we kind of just passed out more or less after eating the pizza. So our trip is kind of coming to an end right here. We might go to one more place, but more or less we've had an amazing time here at the Red River Gorge, and we're kind of ending it with a nice cup of coffee provided by the place up the street at the camp house.
And some good old-fashioned biscuits and gravy.
Kentucky backcountry biscuits and gravy right here. These better. I have pretty high standards for these. I'm pretty excited right here. But other than that, I appreciate if you guys made it this far in the video to leave a like on this video, comment down below what we can do better next time, and as always, subscribe. So other than that, make sure you stay tuned for our next adventure and get out for your own adventures and have a blast just like we did. So we'll see you guys in the next video.